Hello and welcome to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. I'm Mohit Lalwani and you're watching India's leading horse racing show. Well, the Bangalore summer season is truly underway because our first sponsored race, sponsored by the Nanoli Stud, got underway last weekend.
Last Sunday saw a packed house at the Bangalore Turf Club as the entire racing fraternity gathered for the much-anticipated start of the summer season. Out of 9 races slated for Sunday's races, the main race on the card was the Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million Grade 2 over 1400 meters. The popular fancies for this open-looking race were Superstorm, Portia and Southern Opinion. The Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million hence bore an open look and the excitement was obvious, blending well with the suspense. Immensely pleased with the wide following that the race attracted, Mr. Dhanji Boy plans to develop this as a brand and bring it to the level of the Nanoli Stud Pune Derby.
I was approached by the BTC to sponsor a race which I have done in the past, and last year of course we didn't sponsor this juvenile race, we sponsored the mile which was later in the year. And really I wanted a race which could be a lead up to the classics. So I spoke to the chairman, Mr. Gowda and Dr. Gowda, and he was very kind enough to agree that we could sponsor this race, which is the first sort of race, a lead up race to the classics in Bangalore, summer classics. And we hope we'll make this a little bit of a brand and develop it into a nice race like the Poonawalla, the Nanoli Derby in Pune. I would like a presence here. We enjoy the summer in Bangalore, and it's the best racing that we have at this time of the year. So we've brought in quite a few of our babies to compete in the big races, and so what better than sort of branding than that.
Portia, the filly who won the IndiaRace.com trophy on debut in Mumbai, was getting the first feel of the Bangalore turf. Owned by the popular trio, Khushru Dhanji Boy, Vijay B. Shirke and Burgess Meenul Desai, the filly looked promising in the paddock and was installed the second favourite after Superstorm. Mr. Khushru Dhanji Boy sure seemed positive on her chances to win.
Well, I think she has a bit of a chance, though I mean she's favourite, but when horses come and race in Bangalore for the first time, they're on a new track and it's always quite tough. But I'm hopeful. Well, I mean, looking at her pedigree, I think she should do all right because we've avoided bringing horses which we feel will not run on tracks which are a little sort of sand-based and a little shifty, and you need a horse which is sort of adapt to that kind of track. But in the end, you never know until they run. So let's see how she does it today. It should be a very competitive race. There's some good horses in there, and we've told him to sort of wait and see how the race pans out. And hopefully she'll be there in the finish. We're hoping for the best.
They're all in and they're off and racing for the Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million Grade 3 to an even start by all the 10. And as they settle down to race, State Secret just takes it up from Portia towards the inside race. Machiavellism making a quick forward move to be well in touch with these two. Then comes Crick du Soleil on the outside. Tachyon. Then comes Gold Glamour. On the wide outside there is Nickel Chrome. Very close behind them comes Superstorm. Then there's Southern Opinion towards the inside race. And tailed off last is Rebuttal's Hope. Galloping past the 800 meter marker now, State Secret towards the inside race, being joined on the outside by Crick du Soleil. A length and a quarter further back there's Portia. Machiavellism is in the middle. On the outside there's Nickel Chrome. A gap about 2 lengths further back there's Southern Opinion. Then comes Gold Glamour. After that there is Tachyon. For the second last there is Superstorm, and last of all Rebuttal's Hope as they negotiate the bend and straighten up for home. State Secret close on the fence, comes in home first from Portia, moving into second position. Machiavellism on the outside, then comes Southern Opinion. Crick du Soleil is dropping back, then there is a Nickel Chrome on the wide outside. 300 meters more to run for the Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million Grade 3, and Portia has stolen a march about 2 lengths in front of Machiavellism in second position, trying hard to catch up. A gap for about 2 lengths further back there's Southern Opinion, then the Superstorm with about 150 meters more to run, and Portia is travelling very nicely indeed. She's 3 lengths clear and going on to win the Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million in great style, from Machiavellism finishing up second. Southern Opinion and Superstorm together for the minor places.
Portia, with Zevan in the saddle, had a nice jump and settled well to finish first, and the jockey attributes his entire success to the Wonder filly.
My main point in the race was just to allow her to gallop nicely, to be settled wherever she's comfortable, so that she gives her best instead of fighting all the way or being unsettled. She did it very well. I've been lucky to ride her. The filly has given her heart out. Rather had a nice jump. She settled in very easily. She was traveling very nicely. Came into the straight, and I felt that I should take up the running at this point of time because she had just come into stride. I did not want to break her at all. So from there on, she took it up and she did it rather well. So I'm pretty happy about it. Definitely, I thought she was running with a very good chance. I was hoping that I would get a shot at riding the filly because having our senior jockeys, Mr. B. Prakash and all, riding for Mr. Shirke, I was just hoping that maybe I get a chance to ride the filly once again. And well, I got a chance because she had come at lightweight, and I'm happy to ride her. Well, my success definitely in this race lies all in all with the horse itself. That's only because she's a good filly. She managed everything very well. That's why she won in style.
Trainer Pacey Shroff feels she's a rather straightforward filly and reveals the future course of action for Portia.
Portia is a lovely filly bred at Sona Stud, owned by Mr. Vijay Shirke, Mr. Danji Boy. She's very straightforward, very easy filly to train. She's gets fit very easily and really have to do not much with her. And she's very well behaved, very well disciplined. As you saw in the race, she doesn't give a jockey any problems. She did it well, I thought. No real strategy. Like I said, she's very straightforward. She does her best. So there's really not much to do with her. Zervan's ridden a lovely copybook race. He's given her a lot of confidence. He rides her in the mornings. He looks after her well. And it's all paid dividends.
The slight delay in the start of the race had the connections on tenterhooks.
Well, as we started, I was a bit nervous because it took nearly 5 minutes for them to get loaded, and I thought that she might get a bit nervous. But she took a good start and positioned herself really well. And I must say the jockey Zervan rode a very nice race on her by keeping her out of trouble and bringing her around the bend in good style. And I think she won adequately well. I don't know about the ground, it was getting a little sticky, but she won it, so I can't complain. We had told him to keep her in a reasonable position, so which he did, and fortunately it was a good pace, so she could stay well up and quite easily and do it quite well in the end.
What next then for the winner of the prestigious Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million?
I presume she'll run in the fillies trial now, and we'll see after that what we want to do.
Well, and Portia will target the fillies trial stakes next, and I'll tell you something, her critics may say that she beat nothing. Having taken a look at the race again, she is going to be the horse to beat. A beautifully balanced performance, tremendous turn of foot. I can tell you it was very impressive. We'll take a short break, come right back, don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post, and where we left you, we took a look at a championship performance from a filly. While staying with champions, here's a trainer who certainly knows what it takes to be a champion.
Hi, I am Sharad Kumar, trainer, and this is my story.
Trainer Sharad Kumar, who started his career in 2004, emerged champion trainer at the conclusion of Bangalore winter season 2012 with a haul of 36 winners. This was his first professional championship in Bangalore, and considering his short tenure, he now emerges in the bigger league. One of Sharad's amazing achievements is the success with his horse Smile All the Way, who began in the lowest class and not only won 5 races but also won the title Horse of the Season. Sharath had the most rewarding day of his career when he saddled 5 winners, including Magnitude Star, who won the 1600 meters Ashwapriya Cup, a race for horses rated 80 and above. Sharath started his career in 2004 from Mysore and came to Bangalore in 2007.
Started my career in 2004 in Mysore and came to Bangalore in 2007. The horse called Lionheart brought me to Bangalore, and from there my success of the story started. I started my career with the riding club called Bari, Bangalore Amateur Riding Club. So this was very close to my school, Kendriya Vidyalaya. I started riding as a NCC group. And slowly I moved towards race course, and I was in love with the horses. I was not knowing much about racing. I started my career as an apprentice jockey, but I couldn't do well as a jockey. But I was a good judgment rider, where my boss Signy Moses used to always appreciate me, that you are the best, giving best feedback that how this horse is feeling today.
Was he disappointed about the fact that other riders were preferred to ride the horses he worked help prepare?
No, I was never disappointed with any of these matters, because the horse was trained by my trainer and worked by me, and I used to tell this horse will win this race, and he used to decide which jockey has to be ridden, and he used to always tell me, I am putting Malesh Naradu, I am putting Srinath, I am putting foreign riders. So I always used to, yes, this ride will be the best for Malesh Naradu or Srinath or for the foreign riders, because every jockey has got his all technique and class and quality.
Sharath, who is known to work wonders with his horses, has brought some amazing transformations in his horses. This has made him hit a new high point in his career.
I worked for till 2007 in Mysore, and I did quite well. And the horse called Lionheart, which I bought it from RWITC, which was not expected much from that horse, and they never thought that this horse can do better than A class anywhere. So I bought that horse for very low rate. Slowly first horse which came to my yard was Regina Adored. So I thought this is the best pedigree, which if I work out on this horse can change my future. And it was very great of that horse, which showed me every run very good improvement. From Mysore he won 5 races, came to Bangalore to run in a grade 3 race, which was called as Mysore Race Club Trophy.
His mantra to success is simple and straightforward.
It's all the mantra of the fitness, swimming, feeding, how the horses eat and enjoy their work. They're not worked more or excess of racing.
Was not having won many high-profile races worrying him?
Till now my thinking was only to win more and more races. The title of the race is not very much important for me. It was only important where I run my horse, the horse should win. Whether it is B, A, 4 and class 1. And most of my horses from B, they have touched 1. Most of my rejected horses from other yard came to me, they have also touched 1, class 1. So touching a class 1 is also a great feeling. I've got the championship in Bangalore Turf Club, which is one of the greatest race courses in India. I'll upgrade myself, and some of few big owners have come to me and they have promised me to bring some good blue-birded pedigrees in my yard. Once they come to my yard, I will promise my owners that I'll prove them to win a classic race.
He earned the nickname Lionheart after his horse by that name produced a wonderful streak of victories, giving a forceful impetus to his career and brought him to Bangalore to face tougher players.
I started with 2 horses in Bangalore, and the first horse itself was Lionheart only, which started winning, and it won nearly about 11 races for me, and he did well. After that, this horse Atlantis, it was in my yard as a 2-year-old, and then he left me and went to other stable and ran 5-6 seconds. Again he came back to me and won. Now he has won almost 9 races for me. And the horse with Smooth Glider, which was also in B class. I bought this horse. Today he is rated 86. He has gone to class 1 today. He has done very well for me. He has won 6 races. And the last season, Smile All the Way, which was in B class, took horse of the season, 5-year-old, winning 5 races in a row in one season. I feel I can further do very well in future.
He believes that his victory also lies in the personal satisfaction he receives in transforming careers of mediocre and older horses.
I have all mediocre horses. They have been looked after very well, and I don't work the horses too much. I run them more, so they get more experience in a race.
What does he consider as the turning point in his career?
Owner from Sri Lanka, Mr. Gamni Jairatne, he called me to Sri Lanka and he told me I have some few horses, few good horses. I have bought it from RWRTC, but still they are not able to perform. Commentator Harish, he was the man who gave me a start and took me to Sri Lanka. He took me for 3 months over there and he gave me few good horses, and I had to ride that one horse in a race, and I won the Governor's Cup. After retiring, I only trained it, I only won that race. So from there my career started. Then I thought that I have not done well as a jockey, I think I can do better as a trainer.
As an interesting anecdote, he shares with us the story of Icement.
I like to tell you the story of one very funny. It's called, name of the horse is Icement, which was belonging to Mr. MR, Mr. Mutappa Rai, and he gifted to my small owner Ajit Prasad. And he told me, you take this horse as a gift to your yard, because it's a very costly buy for me. And every trainer said this is a no good horse. It was trained by Michael Ishwar, Prithviraj, and I took over that horse as a gift, and it was very well bred at Placerville. So that was also a first good horse that good breed came to my yard. So I told him, no sir, he said if you win one race, you will be a good trainer in Mysore. But at the same time the horse started showing good improvement in my yard. I said, not one race sir, he'll win 3 races. He said, if you win 3 races, you will be best in India, not in Mysore. So I took over that horse and started working on. He won 1 race, he won 2nd race, he won 3rd race. He took horse of the season in Mysore. And I had a call from Poonawalla Stud Farm. And they said, you are running this horse in 1200, 1400. He is a stayer. I said, sir, he is running next week Golas Poonawalla Cup, which is going to run next week. That is 2000 meter, and he will win. In advance I told him 1 week before. And horse won in a row 5 races and gone to class 1.
The championship has come into the bag. What next for Sharath?
I am at a stage where I am very happy, because recently I won the championship. And I am very proud of my staff, work, horses, those who have done very well. Just waiting for the next, some good quality of horses coming to my yard. And I promise you I can do very well with quality of horses in the classics.
And Sharath Kumar, you can see, has a straightforward formula for success. On that note, we'll take a short break and come right back. There's plenty more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post, and staying with Bangalore on this special episode on the Bangalore summer season. We went behind the scenes and heard some horse whispers. Let's take a look at what these professionals had to say.
The Bangalore season has already started kicking dust with the running of the Nanoli Stud Juvenile Million last weekend. The first million race for juveniles was won by the sponsors themselves, with Portia from Pacey Shroff's stable ably ridden by Zervan returning triumphant. The season now shifts into drive, and here are some of the horses straight from the trainers' mouths.
Coming weekend, there's a Group 3 sprint race where we would run D'Artagnan, and he went a very nice mock race. I think he would be a strong contender there. We have a very strong contingent in the older horse category, starting headed by, in the spotlight, Hills and Stars, D'Artagnan, Field Marshal, and we have Speed 6, who was at setbacks, who's come right. He went a very nice mock race last week. And in the 3-year-old division, we have several unexposed 3-year-olds who haven't raced in winter, who have just come to hand. You just saw one Chasing the Sun winning very impressively, and she will go for the Phillies Championship in a couple of weeks' time. And we are running Borsalino next week, and probably if he wins, he will go for the Colts Trial Stakes, Colts Championship. And the rest of the horses are running well. We hope we'll have around 20 winners in this season. I think at the moment it will be Bozzolino and Chasing the Sun, and we'll be running a few horses in the next few weeks. And if any of them improve or win very impressively, they would be running in the classics. Chasing the Sun would be the contender in the Fillies championship on 17 June.
I have got a good string of 50 horses, and my main important horse which I am hoping a lot out of him is Superstorm, and I hope he does well.
I have 14 horses. It's difficult to name one horse. I would say 3 horses in fact, as it's very difficult to choose among 14 horses, but the horses which have done well in Bombay season is Ascot Magic, Maximus and Shivalik Hero. I hope they do well for the summer season too.
The Malia camp, however, appears to be well off the pace, going by the words of their racing director, Mr. Zain Mirza.
We've got an interesting filly who won today, called Chase the Sun, trained by Padmanabhan. And Pacey has brought another filly from Bombay called Center Stage. So these are 2 nice fillies that we've got. And there's a few colts that we're looking forward to. Some of them are yet to run. We're running behind schedule actually. So it's not looking very bright at the moment for the Bangalore summer. Bangalore summer is a very tight season. You have no room for error, and so you have to have them spot on at the right time. So that might be a little, we might be a little behind at this point of time. Like I said, we have this filly Chase the Sun and Center Stage, but they could be, they will be going into the fillies trial. We'll have a few colts also looking as possible sort of candidates for run-in, but no superstar as yet.
The delay in the start of the summer season had its own plus points.
Summer season, a lot of unexposed horses come out and race, and once they establish a form, and after that you plan for the monsoon and the winter. At this point in time, horses are good, so we are hoping they will go in the right direction in the next 2 months, and we'll see after that. BTC did a good thing by postponing racing by a week, which helped the horses. Weather would have been much hotter if they had started in the second week of May. It was a good decision to start in the 3rd week of May and go through to the August. So, and we have had some rains, which is good. And our horses have raced. Once they start racing in summer, they go right through till end of next winter. So they needed a bit of break, and they're coming back.
Well, and speaking of professionals, one professional who has a very strong hand this weekend is Aidan O'Brien. So let's leave Bangalore just for a moment, head across to the UK, where Aidan O'Brien is saddling 6 in the Oaks and the hot favourite Camelot in the Epsom Derby here on the winning post. We certainly believe that it'll take a very, very good horse to come out and beat the son of Monshu, Camelot. Well, and he is 6 upon 10, a very short price favourite for the big race. That's all we have on this episode of the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. As always, thanks for joining me. Until I see you next week, goodbye, and may the horse be with you.
Fly Kingfisher Winning Post is powered by the Serum Institute of India and Hidco Industries.